Hi everyone, hope you're all good. This week I'm going to do something a little bit less drawing based and painting based, and some things that I've been doing over the last few weeks have been very focused on drawing, painting, and sort of traditional art processes, if you like, I suppose. So today I thought we'd do something a little bit more hands-on, and maybe something a little bit easier to do at home if you have the things necessary. You should all have the things. The only thing I would think that you don't have is the fabric, in which case you can use old clothes. I know a lot of people have been having clear outs, and anything old that's preferably dark, but light does work as well. What we're going to do is we're going to take the pigment out of fabric with bleach, using with the stencil method. Today I'm going to use leaves, but I've just been to the park and collected some really nice sort of bits of different types of leaves. Anything really, ferns, interesting ones that have like lots of. But you can use anything. Essentially, it's just a blocking out method. So you could use string. You could use I think anything else. You could draw a tape pattern. You could tape down a pattern and use that as a stencil. You could use a combination of all of those things. You could use, I did have a thought before, I can't remember, feathers, things that you find on your walk or something. I've got a peacock feather here, which I don't really like that because it's a bit sort of standard, but I like these spindly bits. I'm going to take a couple of these off and use them. All you'll need is some dark fabric or some light fabric. It has to be natural. It can't be synthetic because the synthetic fabric the pigment doesn't dilute, doesn't dissolve in synthetic fabric. So it's like polyester, for example. If you've got like an old pair of trousers, black trousers, just check the label and make sure it's cotton, or at least like the majority of the percentage is cotton, even if they're a blend with polyester, that's fine. I've gone through a few tests here on a few different samples of fabric, and some cotton blend, and different colours. So you can kind of see here, if I just move that, I can't see them. So this is a cotton polyester blend, which kind of goes a bit white, but then like a kind of mixed kind of browny white. It's not that nice, but this is a linen cotton blend, and this has come out really nicely. It's gone like a really pale pink, and this is just with straight bleach, household bleach. This kind. It doesn't have to be. Different bleaches will have different effects as well, as far as I remember. So if you've got a couple, you can try out a couple. That's a really, really nice effect. I really like that. If I had more of this, I'd probably use that, but I don't. So the neutral colour, this is linen, and that's gone really subtle. You probably can't see because of the light in the window is too bright, but it's gone really subtly different there. And I really like that. That's almost like it'll be quite an invisible picture, which is really nice. And then you've got the blue, which is actually quite nice as well, pale. That's pure cotton. So yeah, pure cotton works best. And then I don't know if you can see that there. That's what I've taped down now. That's the fabric I'm going to use. That is cotton, black cotton. So you see the difference in the polyester and the natural. So basically, what you need is if you don't have these, and they're really cheap in Wilko's, and all the shops are kind of open now, so it's easier to get stuff. I think they're about 50p from Wilko's. I've got a solution in here of bleach and water, half and half, only a little bit of each, don't need much because it goes along with a spray bottle, that's to disperse it evenly. And then in this one, I've got white vinegar, which is just like, Sarson's vinegar, and that works as a bleach stop, so it stops the bleach from bleaching, from just travelling more. When you've got your overall effect you wanted, the lines will then bleed and you'll lose your image. So vinegar, bleach, leaves. I've just got a selection like I showed you at the beginning. So what all I'm going to do is lie these leaves down in a way which is kind of compositionally interesting. You can make a scene if you wanted. You can get some fern. These work quite well. The fern leaves. Are they fern? Some sort of fir tree. And you can put them so they're perspectively kind of accurate, like spaced like that, and then it sort of looks like a forest, which is quite nice. You can do this with old sheets if you wanted to make some new bed covers, because as soon as you wash this, it will just be that. Well, that will be your design. It won't go anywhere. And like I said, that stops the bleach from travelling. I'm just going to start arranging things in a way which I think is visually pleasing. So bear with me. I really liked these berries. They were quite fun, although they're kind of 3D. I don't know if it'll really work with that, but we'll give it a go. And then, like I said, with the ferns, or whatever they are, I'm going to arrange them. So I'm going to have a horizon line, which can be this leaf here. So you can use string, you can use anything really you find around. It's essentially a stencil, so and I'm going to use that as a sort of line of point of reference. Peel some of these off. And so obviously the trees will be smaller in the distance. But then remember my video about horizon lines. The tops of them will all be at the same level, because even if they're different heights, and that will give the illusion of, if you just get bigger leaves, it will give the illusion of then depth of field. This is probably something that I should have videoed and then included as a time lapse, so that you're not all having to watch me do it, which is rather boring. I'll put a big one in the foreground. I haven't really got a big one, so I'll make a big one from 2 little ones to make it look like a big tree. I think the finer the better, really, if you can get it single layer, if you know what I mean, so that you get real definition. That would be really nice, but you don't have to, it's up to you. A couple of little ones overlapping, it's quite nice because it is a forest at the end of the day. And then something hanging down here in the foreground, so like one of these. I really like these shapes, they're really nice. Oops. And overlap and stuff, that's always nice. This is part of a weeping willow. Put that coming down there. And yeah, experiment with this, get loads and different. If you've got lots of fabric, then obviously do that, but if you haven't, then just find some. I mean, I think some of the charity shops are open now. I know people don't want to spend money on stuff, but I really like these sort of spindly peacock feathers. I've lost my little box. Oh yeah, 8 minutes, that's okay. I needed to ought to have got more of these, but I just went to the park and sort of said to the lady, the park attendant, can I just go and pick some trees? She was very nice about it. It feel a bit strange though. See, that's too many layers on that one. Take some off. And then I think I'll just put some of these in for kind of some sort of. You can use I've done it before with cardboard. You just tear cardboard and put it in layers, and you get a really nice effect then as well. So my recommendation is to go around the house and have a look what you've got, really, as always. Okay, that'll do. And as always, spend some more time on it than I am, because this is not Things with texture in are always good because I think the bleach will interact with that a bit more interestingly. So we'll go for that. Now, apron, wear an apron because if you're anything like me and wear black all the time, then the bleach will just take the black out, the colour out of everything. Wear an apron and just really make sure that you've got nothing around that you want to, that is, those precious stuff. And then just go in it with the bleach, really. I'm going to pull that up a bit because that looks a bit weird. And just spray. And the effects will start to happen over, it depends on the fabric, but this didn't take very much time at all, about for 3 minutes, but 8 minutes is the maximum. And just start spraying. If you've got a nozzle that's a bit erratic, like this one, then just be careful of your eyes and stuff, and maybe wear a mask. I should probably be wearing a mask and gloves. So yeah, wear gloves, and I haven't got any gloves or a mask, so I won't, but I'll just imagine that I'm wearing gloves and a mask. And you can go in quite densely in some bits if you want it really, really defined. Bearing in mind this is bleach and water, so it won't be as strong as that, but it might, it might be as it starts to develop, you see bits that, and it's quite hard to do it. It has to kind of be sprayed. Maybe do it from the side like that. You'll start to, as it starts to develop, you'll start to see bits which you like and which you want to make more definite. Actually, I've probably ruined it by doing that, because if you go under it like that, then you're going to get underneath all the leaves and it'll just all bleach. So I've probably ruined it now, but we shall see. And it's itching my hands a bit, so I'm just going to get some water on my hands. Some gloves. I can't really show you, but I suppose I could bring the laptop over. I haven't got my iPad or my phone, so I'm going to do it on the laptop, which is a bit not ideal. It is starting to develop, so I'll bring it over. You can see it. See how it's sort of turning in certain areas. So I'll give it a few more minutes. In the meantime, I'll do another one. Get in the right positioning there. I'll put my gloves on. I really like it on the. Oh, these are odd gloves. Let's see. Oh, I'll just put one on. And I really like it on the neutral. But I can't say that it will have much an effect. It does a little bit, but it might be quite nice. Yeah, see, this hasn't worked very well because the leaves aren't really stuck down properly. So I think if you were going to do it, perhaps spend some time making sure your leaves are really flat on the surface, because it's kind of just gone underneath and it's kind of lost its definition and things like that. But maybe I'll spray it with some vinegar now. And it's sort of blobbing in a weird way as well. I'll spray that with some vinegar because I don't want it to carry on. Stupid spray bottles that don't work that way around. That stinks. This looks like a child has done it. I've stupidly gone in that direction. So it's gone underneath all the leaves, so I've ruined it completely. So I may actually just start again, because it just looks like a bit of crap tie-dye. Silly. And it's really, really getting to my throat now. I shall put one of these on. So I'm going to start again, because that was a fail. I could use all those leaves again. So best thing to do, I think, is to show you with one leaf on one bit of fabric, because you can't brush it. So if I just show you the actual technique and then you can have a go yourself. I'll just get a bit of this red here and take that down. Light a leaf on it. The other thing you can do is bleach. So you can dip and soak these. That's not taping because the table's wet. You can block off areas and then completely submerge them in a solution of bleach and water, which is a bit like, I suppose, like tie-dye, but it's quite nice. That's quite a nice way to do it. Maybe I'll use something flat, something that has a lot of definition. Which is that one. Yeah, because that's quite heavy, like seed pod. So I think what I'll do is I'll lie that out on there. Really position it properly. Go bleach with my mask on. Safety first. So it's gone a bit foamy, which is a bit annoying, but it's getting an even. This isn't going to work. It's getting an even spray, which is the problem I'm finding, because it's at the angle we're at. So it's almost best to like spray it first and then spray it rather than trying to continually do it that way around. Oh. Do this in a well ventilated area, which I'm not in. Let's give that a few minutes. And it does. I think this linen cotton blend takes quite a while to take because it's coated and the fabric's coated. I'm not sure this is going to work either. After all that, we shall see. I'll do another one. Determined to make one of them work for you. Maybe just a leaf. Stick, stupid leaf. Because they're not flat. Again. That has kind of worked, and it's starting to work, but I think it will take a while. So we should see what happens with this one. And if not, then just have a go. And this is not the very good way to do it. I did this before, and it was really good, and it really worked. I don't really understand what I'm doing wrong, but have a go. I think the key is to get an even spray, so you have to spray it a few times that way, just onto the floor, and then, well, providing you haven't got carpet, and then spray it so it gets a nice even mist, because before it was blobbing like it is here in sort of bubbles, and that's not what you want, because that just goes a bit like if you were stenciling with spray paint. I think it's the same idea. You want an even kind of even spray, and that's very difficult to do horizontal, so vertical is always best, because these things don't work when they're like that. So I don't know, I'll do it again. Stand away from it. So if you can perfect this, I'll be really pleased, and one of you will, I'm sure, do it, and a few of you will do it. Everyone better than me anyway. And then see what happens with the effects of it. It might be that I've watered it down too much, the bleach. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm doing, but it's a mystery. I'm just going to try everything. I am going to clean the floor off. Lovely. Anyway. That's starting to work. So I think the key is, and I don't have time in this video to wait, but I think the key is to do it, leave it, make sure they're stuck down properly. Really smells. Make sure they're stuck down properly, and do it outside if you can. And yeah, I'm going to go because I'm choking. Bye!